Hi, and today we are at ASO ROCK. And no, it's not the federal government seat of power in Abuja, Nigeria. It's a Nigerian takeaway restaurant in East London, Dalston. Welcome to my tasty Naija. How you guys doing?
Hello, Uncle. How are you? Long time.
Welcome to my tasty Naija. I go on your website. The first thing that jumps on me is ASO ROCK Restaurant, the home of Ayamase. The legacy lives on. Now hold that thought for a minute. When did the business kick off?
The business started in 1999.
Wow. And that makes it 24 years this year or 25 this year?
It will be 25 this summer.
And what I've always wondered is how did you come by that name, ASO ROCK?
The name ASO ROCK?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Because I know one ASO ROCK in Nigeria, which is the seat of power. Yes, so the seat of power. Yes.
So from my memory, I don't know, my brother maybe he'll have a different idea, but
I remember my dad's
idea.
Yeah, it was my dad's idea. I remember him coming up with a few names, one of which was Lagos Booker.
Lagos Booker, so that name was on
that was one of the names he was considering. Yeah. But I'm not sure how he came to the final name ASO ROCK.
But I think my dad is, he was very into politics. He still is into politics. He's very political.
And ASO ROCK is the final destination for politics.
Exactly, so he's always got an opinion on what's going on in Nigerian politics and stuff like that. So I think that was one of the reasons why he ended up going with ASO ROCK.
And if I go by what I saw on the website, it says ASO ROCK Restaurant, the home of Ayamase. There's a huge story to Ayamase. The popular white rice sauce. Now, I want in your own words to tell that story.
So, Aya-Mase means wife of Mashe.
Okay.
So, Mashe is the nickname of my grandfather.
Okay.
So, Aya-Mase is wife of Mashe.
Okay.
So, my grandmother in Nigeria, in Ikene, from that small place where she was, she started selling her sauce. Her ofada sauce, but with her own twist on it.
Okay.
Over the years of her doing that, so she did that for many years. She actually did that to the day she died. She was working literally to the day, this is what she's always done. She made it popular in Nigeria, so people would come from all over the place, to
ask
buy
for
her
Ayamase.
Her Ayamase. When my dad came here in '99, and he came here in the 80s, but when he actually started his business in '99, and he started selling the Ayamase, when customers first experienced it and think, this is the Ayamase from Nigeria, and that was essentially one of the our biggest sort of selling product. And even now, it still is our biggest selling product. I mean, internally, we call it black gold. That's what we say. We say this is black gold.
BG.
It's just like our little.
Your petty BG.
But essentially, Ayamase, that's the story. Now, a lot of people don't know that that's where it comes from. Indeed. And it has become more like a bit of a generic name sometimes in usage.
Absolutely,
just like jollof rice.
Sometimes they call it designer stew.
Or designer stew, that's another sort of name for it. But it's actually our grandmother that actually, kicked this off. So, that's the story. That's essentially the story.
The story, the Ayamase. And in the UK, particularly in London, that story now is kind of a bit expanded because also it's a family business and almost an extended family business, and you also have others businesses. And do you want to talk about that?
So are you referring to our cousins?
Yes, your cousins. Yeah.
So all of the children of Ayamase have come to London and they've set up successful businesses. So you have Tommy's Kitchen.
Yes.
They have, I think, two branches. We have K-Spice. Also within Nigeria as well.
Okay.
People are children of Mashe are selling the product as well. So
also in Canada as well. So in Canada we have Spicy Republic. You know, in different spots around the world.
So she really did leave a very
massive
strong legacy behind.
And do they all taste the same everywhere?
I think there are different variations.
Yeah, I think they are. The thing is, personally, I would say this. Obviously, I prefer our one.
Of course.
Because obviously, I've tasted the other one.
Of course.
But I prefer our one. But it's not that different at all.
So is there a fundamental recipe though? Like there's a fundamental recipe.
Yeah, there's a fundamental recipe. There's a fundamental things. I'm not gonna go into exactly our methods and stuff like that.
You don't want to let that big cut out of there.
No. People doing. But I can say that, you know, since I was a child, literally, my dad used to cook this at home. From a young age as well, I've been going to Nigeria.
Okay.
So, you know, our parents took us to Nigeria. We've met our grandmother many times, you know. But at that time, we didn't actually understand, you know, when you're young, you don't really understand that, okay, your grandmother actually has this sauce that a lot of people are using. We just thought, this is just Aya-Mase, it's our grandmother, you know, we should just go there, play with her, eat the food, you know, sort of thing. So we are very proud of it.
So you're third generation right now, basically.
Yeah, so we are third generation. I have 3 kids. Okay. My brother has children. My sister, my sister has 5 kids.
So all the siblings pretty much manage this particular.
Yeah, so
there's 4 of you.
Particular this one, Tommy's Kitchen. Tommy is actually my cousin.
Yes.
So Tommy is the son.
Tommy Wa from the
Yeah, Tommy Wa. So that's my cousin. Obviously we have K-Spice as well.
Yes.
So really and truly, the only real places to get authentic Aya-Mase from the bloodline.
From the bloodline.
Really, in London, it's only from ASO ROCK, Tommy's Kitchen,
and
K-Spice. Any other ones you see
or
there,
Spicy in America.
in America. Canada. Any other ones that you see around or whatever.
You can also try with love.
Try it. we tell you, you know, give it a go, give it a try, you know. But really and truly, this is the home
of Aya-Mase.
The true home.
Well, let's talk about the Adesinas now. You were part of the Channel 4 program, The Family.
Yes.
A few years ago. Yes. Now, you were all relatively younger then. That was probably about 10 years ago. Now, did you at the time think you would still be an integral part of the business today? Well, let's talk about the Channel 4 thing. What was that like? Apparently, you all had to come together to live together for a 2-month period.
Yes.
To shoot that. What was that like? What was the experience like?
I mean, it was a good experience. I mean, it was kind of like being in, giving you a taste of what it would be like to be in a Big Brother house.
Okay.
You've got cameras watching you 24 hours a day.
Any pressure?
I mean, after a while, you get used to it.
Yeah.
So it just becomes normal. But you know, it was a really good experience, especially after it went out on TV.
1.2 million viewers apparently. Yeah.
On the first show, and then walking on the street and people recognizing you. You know, almost a bit of celebrity. You know, you got invited to premieres
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Radio stations. There was one radio station I always used to listen to. I could have never imagined that I would be sitting in the studio. I find myself sitting in that studio, Choice FM, sitting in the studio. So it was.
So that was after the show.
So that was after the show. I would say that the experience, the real experience started after it went on the TV.
Yeah, 2 months ago, actually, I was in Tunisia. I was on holiday in Tunisia, and then at the airport when I was flying back, I had this girl just run up to me and go, "Ayo!"
From the show.
Yeah, from the show. She goes, "I used to watch you 10 years ago." I go, "What are you doing here?"
And so, how did the show then impact on the business?
I think it had a positive impact on the business.
Footfalls?
I feel like literally it came out on Tuesday, and literally the next day, Wednesday, which is usually a bit of a quiet day, it was quite busy.
I remember,
and I think we gained a lot of new customers from it as well.
On this list here, there's a picture of a Chinese girl. Where is she? Is she on here still?
No, but I know what you're talking about. There was a Chinese girl. She came from China or something.
So
she said she saw you.
She's seen
on the network there
on I think iTunes at the time.
Okay.
So she'd seen it. And she just loved the program of the show. So she came all the way to China. From China, she came here to Dalston, to the shop.
And she met us.
Yeah, she met us. We took a picture. It was on the thing here. I don't know who's taking that picture. But she came.
So the beauty of this is this has always been a family-run business. You know, it started with your dad and your mom. And then you talked about Channel 4. But one person that's missing is your mom. You lost your mom in that mix.
Yeah.
Now, how did that impact you guys and the business?
Obviously, personally, to lose your mum
Yeah.
is very difficult, but you know, we just kind of had to be strong and continue, because I'm sure that's what she would have wanted us to do. In terms of the business, it happened just before COVID.
Okay.
So that was also quite a big impact as well. So I mean, we just kind of have to continue, you know what I mean? But not having her there is of course it's a loss, you know.
Yeah,
Someone
personally, it
of
was-
her experience, her guidance, you know, it's
And you
obviously-
guys are still relatively young-ish, so to say.
Yeah.
Well, you were not kids, you are not kids, but then obviously you need your mom.
Of course,
Yeah, yeah.
of course.
It was a very, very, like, I mean, at the time, even though I've always kind of worked in ASO ROCK or done some sort of capacity here, whatever, I'm a contractor, so I work in software development.
Yes.
So at the time, I was actually about to go for a new contract that I always would get, usually when she was a bit ill.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the contract. I was a bit upset at the time, but you see what? I know, see how God works. Because I didn't get that job, I was able to be with my mum in hospital every day for, you know, the weeks and months when she was going in and out of hospital all the time. And I feel as if I value that time
The
a
closeness,
lot.
yeah.
I value that time so much. I can't put a price on that time, you know? In terms of impacting on the business, by that time we had kind of taken over already,
Yeah.
so we
was already
we
managing.
were already sort of ready to manage the business at that time.
Almost had a lifetime training doing this anyway, so yeah.
Exactly. So we had a lot of people. Obviously, we've been there for 25 years near enough. We've got a lot of customers from all over the place, old customers, new customers, all of that. A lot of them wanted to pay their respects to, you know, to her.
The family, to a legacy, to the
exactly.
business.
So,
Yeah.
you know, like her funeral was literally, you know, loads of
imagine.
people from all over the place. People flew in from America, people flew in all over the
Yeah,
place.
it was big.
We had her her reception for the funeral in Hackney Town Hall, where she actually got married as well. So she got married there, and we managed to get the venue for that. At about 9 o'clock, the fire people came and said, "There's too many people in the building."
It's like going to the
We had to
O2
actually
show,
start telling
Full House,
people,
to move.
like if you've been there for 2 hours, whatever, if you
Please,
get other
yeah.
people, 'cause there's a queue outside basically for people to come in. So that's how much, you know, she was loved.
She connected
you know?
with the community.
Yeah. We miss her a lot, you know. We do miss her a lot, but we do feel as if, you know, she's given us the tools that we need,
Absolutely, yeah.
you know,
To
to
thrive.
honor. She's left us a legacy, something
Indeed.
for us to build with. So as brothers and sisters, you know, we get on pretty well and stuff like that. So now it's just time to think. My dad's retired now. He lives in Nigeria. So it's down to us, you know.
make
No
it- to make it-
play time. It's down to us. Let's make it work.
Okay, so we've talked a bit right now, so we need to now get some of the items, the food items, the menu, get them out here. Of course, leading the squad in as captain will be Aya-Mase and the rice,
Okay,
and the others. Okay, guys, the moment of truth. So we have here some of your items that you sell.
Yeah.
Obviously, can you take me through each and every one? I know we don't have everything from the display here, but take me through.
Okay,
Come on.
so what we have here is we have half jollof, half fried. Got fried tilapia with a nice garnish on top with plantain. Here we have suya
Okay.
with onions and tomatoes. We have moi moi and plantain over here. We have egusi and pounded jam, but I've actually mixed the eforiro with
Bit of F4, bit of
pounded jam.
Okay.
I've saved the best for last.
Yes. The
The
flat.
Aya-Mase.
Okay.
This is one of the
Signature
things that
dishes out
we're
here.
known for.
Okay.
So we've got Aya-Mase here with rice beans and plantain
Okay.
and assorted meat.
And then here we have Aya-Mase. Now, usually it doesn't come in this particular container, but this one's see-through, so you can see what it looks like. It comes in all different sizes, and that's it.
Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. So, lastly, I'm going to ask. You've been part of the business from the beginning. Now, this is a new generation now taking over the business. What's the plan for the future?
It would be, I think it's time for us to expand, maybe reach other areas. I think online as well is quite important. It's quite an important.
So you currently sell online as
We
is?
currently do sell online. We deliver to anywhere in London currently via our website. And we're also on Uber Eats as well.
Okay. And so we will be seeing more. Currently, you don't have any other outlets. Currently,
At the moment.
but we hopefully will be seeing more ASO ROCK outlets.
I think it's
across.
time. I think it's time.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, another thing that we are planning to do this year is introduce ASO ROCK Frozen, which is essentially, if you are living in Scotland somewhere, you're watching this video, you're in Scotland, and you can't get Nigerian food, or you're in Wales, or you're in a stick somewhere. Don't worry, ASO ROCK, we got you covered.
We got you.
So this year we're introducing ASO ROCK Frozen, which is essentially you order today, your food will get cooked, blast chilled and frozen, and we will send it to you via UPS next day.
Next day, 24-hour service.
Next day, yeah. So wherever you are in the UK, you'll be able to buy it.
Well, there you have it. ASO ROCK growing in leaps and bounds. I think we've had enough of the chitty chatty. I think it's time for us to talk in.
I'm actually hungry.
And it's been my tasty Naija.
So this is for Oga Director and this is for Mama Toby, and we're going to divide this out for you. So
Thank you so much.
You can enjoy.
Absolute hospitality.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Anytime. Thank you.
There you go. ASO ROCK. Oh yeah, that's what they do. If you enjoyed today's edition of My Tasty Naija, remember to subscribe, like, and share.